Good thinking, August 3rd. The Encyclopedia of Desks. Offers coming over the phone. Mom's reading Nick Tosh's. Chipotle raised their prices and they have no ice, so my cup of water is warm.
Who lives in New York for a certain period of time says, oh yes, it was much better when I first came here, and et cetera, and perhaps it was. But I don't think that anybody who arrived in the last 2 years would say, oh yeah, no, that was great. Yeah, New York is really awesome in 2021 when you couldn't go anywhere, and everybody had to wear masks, and everybody was terrified of getting coughed on by some random dude, and it's just. I mean, if they can make us fear each other, if they can really, that's, like I said, this is alienating us from what it means to be human. Getting us to fear our own emotions, to distrust our own emotions, and instead receive the emotions that are served up by the television or the newspaper or the website or however we consume our propaganda. And it is propaganda, and yes, your iPhone is your not only your pocket propaganda delivery device, but also your pocket tracking mechanism. So if anyone's nobody knows where I am, I just get my iPhone around here. Yeah, no, sorry, dude. It doesn't work that way.
Check it out. Have it checked in.
Superfund, August 5th. Animated trees, women buy me drinks, overseeing the deliverables. Grotowski Sourcebook 45 for a speaker. Prisoner at the Pizza Parlor, Bally's Total Fitness. Selling and marketing the relationship trilogy. Name dropping, you become a character in my autofiction. My sex tape, everybody posting sex tapes to sex tape platform. Apparently there's a Dictator's spin-off. Solaroscopy. Wipe my cum on the Poetry Project newsletter. Dehydrated the Safari Bus. Big production Dookie video when I always do music. Roseanne National Anthem. Home on the Bridge. Up 3 for 20. Teach remotely. My hands spin out.
I'm just oh, it's a vessel for my random thoughts throughout the day. I've been extremely kind of busy lately and haven't had time to really sit and properly collect my thoughts into anything.
On Spotify. Number 1, don't ask for favors. Number 2, don't talk to strangers. Number 3, don't pay for the bus. Number 4, you don't have to say everything. Number 5, do the work, labor begets labor. And number 6, it's cool to be kind. Part 2A.
Flock to me, they said, so I flocked with the rest of them. I failed to look at the feather I bore, and what a mistake that was. So I shed the feathers and then a whole layer of skin. There was a day someone started talking about me and never stopped. The skin fire started at my ears. It never stopped. It'll never stop and never stop stopping. But no, I'm not stopping. All its remains became an exoskeleton, draped over a skull and a scapula and an elbow. Valley, carry me, cup to
I can't keep on running through the light where the light of the sun comes shining. Yeah, just
Raunchy, August 7th. The box wrote the song, not me. Jupiter or Mars, fuck for love. Take the time in school to learn a foreign language. I myself never did and feel I paid a price. I belong in Manhattan. I've paid the price. I'm gonna bring the big guns. I've paid the price. My pandemic was the glass menagerie. I paid the price. There was something else I forgot I said in the shower. It was just like it, haranguing mom, passive-aggressive teacup, smoking resentfully on the couch. Only real, I should have taped it. Can't repair it after you break it. Truth hurts, and it is what we hold each other to. Thank you, CH, for getting me weed through the pandemic. Scarlets and Charlotte, dresses in burlap. Your bookstore's named after Henry Miller, for Christ's sakes, lest ye be judged. Off on the wrong foot when I didn't release the snare, trying to do it honest and sober. Didn't think my vibe was weird. It's poetry. It's a sad, lonely, weird activity. Even though you do it for a living, I still do it because I'm sad and weird and have nothing else. 4 years in the Army, 2 in the Navy. The buying power of the proletariat's gone down. Jim and I, by the FTA, sold me 8/8 for $100. Pleasure doing business with you. Let me weigh it with the scale. Interchangeable weed variety pack. He encourages feedback. My haircut is a work in progress and ongoing. Little here, little there. Run like hell, 4 months to grow up. I fucked it all up because I'm lazy. Puking hot golden light in the window of the stairwell. My poems are soliloquies by me in the play of my life. Some dude.
Annoying you, but I want to see the through. See the through, 100%.
Eight nine floating monastery. I do drugs. It's hard to work on video during the day. I'm so mad at myself. Sally Jesse Massacre, 810. Card ties table, living room, brought stage, couch anchor. Maybe that's not true. Spring break in quicksand, free lunch. None of his weed is very good. Courage gets you what you want. That and luck.
Watch out! Watch out! Sorry, I did not mean
music, Antonio has distilled his own style of songwriting since 2016. Antonio has been hosting the Thursday night open mic at Kitty Kiernan's in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. Welcome, Antonio Mancia.
Thank you, Rick. All right. I know Rick from my Mountain Mike and Big Ridge. He's a frequent flyer there. Very honored to be here. Thank you guys for having me.
Racing over under, taste the bass, and chew the battered ride which shimmers in the darkling, biting with teeth of cast iron and hammered sword, the engorged heart, kerrang! Whip! the jazz of a century in the halls of tomorrow. Tang Sung! Sing out, all buried, all taken. Electric. 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 The visions unearthed beneath the underground, far beneath the waves, below the waves of none. Each filthy swallow of lost downtown is a whisper to the primal, the noise of theory, the noise of theory. It gets me still.
It's December. She's 9 months pregnant now. The patron saint of invisible penetration. Come and go. Lies, lies. Praise strong. Salvation call. Where the market comes, let's be Christ on a bound river, bloody yours, well done, don't miss.
Angrier than ever, as if angry at us, his audience. William Everson mocking those who get up and leave before he thinks too soon.
They saunter down a starlit, an infinite highway, towards for the dear departed fans, grinning from ear to ear, wait in droves. The jubilant crowds gather, uniform in their heavenly garb of plasma clouds and glittering stars, no longer identifiable by time.
Shit. Tactically corn. Kind of an interesting, weird thing. My Trader Joe's checkout person yesterday was actually really cool. She's kind of like, I don't know, was kind of all over the place and didn't really have her shit together in kind of a cool way. She seemed like kind of a person like in shambles in like a way that creative, cool people are. And it's like she's working at Trader Joe's at the checkout. But we kind of had a good, I forget, the cash drawer. Because the cash drawer, like, you know, it aggressively, like, punches out and, like, kind of hits you in the fucking, you know, kind of crotch region. It's crotch level, the cash drawer. So if you go for cash back, then the fucking, you know, so she commented on, and I thought, oh yeah, that's kind of a funny observation. That's absolutely true, you know, like, the fucking cash drawers do kind of like kick out in this weird kind of like passive aggressive or like aggressive like nonverbal. There's no signal. It's just like boom, here it comes right in your fucking nuts or what have you. And so anyway, I'm walking down 22nd Street. This was yesterday, I think. I went to Trader Joe's and today, and I'm coming home from this reading, the Phoenix reading, and I'm going down 22nd Street, which I never go down, and I was just walking, and there's the cashier from yesterday, hanging out with some other Trader Joe's people. They probably just got off work. They're like smoking or something, so I didn't say anything, but I wonder if she recognized me. Lump Sum, August 14th. I recite his humor on a day-to-day basis, gasping for airtime. Autumnal summer, chewed away from it. Mia and Ruth are going to save up to buy a gecko. August 15th, Spring Street. Walk tall buildings in a single sight. Got the light at midnight. Objects of my affection under intense scrutiny, making a 5-minute masterpiece. Ugly moment talking about me while I look away. New skyline rising. Jeff Yaz sings, just an old boy in a new town. Touched my heart. Missed filming while rolling a J. Is this for me? Nobody wants to talk to me, 'cause I'm nuts, full of energy. But what kind of eccentric chaps, High Street, Fulton, will be next? Brooklyn, Manhattan Transit. Listen to your body. Forgot I have a friend in town. Will it stymie the reading as you cover my 2-drink minimum in exchange for lodging in a child's IKEA loft bunk? That one took a lot of oomph. Broke blisters on my index and thumb from banging the piano at the jam. Worried if they're infected. Great Park Slope day, Banh Mi 5th Ave by Old Stone House, where we picnic with Spam Sushi and watch Sweeney Todd. Me and other guy book it to next car to escape lady yelling at herself in train. Up to Prospect, where I loaf in the dehydrated white grass. Jam piano with open stage, caffeine free, So I Married an Axe Murderer, where I went nuts but looked for it in laughs. Then the stand-up closed out the night. I went last, capping with ceremonial Best of Larry intro and Grand Flourish piano finale. Guy told me to keep trying, which is all anyone can do. Sitting in my long, thin kitchen after 3-time gig tonight, the excitement taking long walks after dark, ran into Indrit Slaughter, pleasant surprise, was emerging from teenagerhood last time I saw him, now he's clearly a man. Indo, the co-host, calls him. I meet this girl who dissects bodies from Florida and Raleigh, North Carolina. She says they dig fat out of people's cavities and it explodes in their hands. She cut a spine from a head with bolt cutter-like shears. August 16th, flop era. Pretzel swims. I saw Philip Whalen at Trader Joe's. Who gave you your hors d'oeuvres falling from the sky, going public? Used to call QFM 90 Styx, because they played Styx all the time. .817 Roboto. Where there's smoke, there's fire. .819 1 minute till the F train a day later. Lapping Owen Gray's perineum, he looks like Henry Flower. Women like him because he's tall and has scars, like tattoos or disadvantage. Give my regards to Broadway Lafayette, riding through New York in our 20s. Something you can't give up enough because everything else is too real. Riding to dinner, riding to gig, officiating the ceremony and acting as event producer. I'm on my own and I like it. Always have. Coming into. Run into Annabelle Lee, corner Greenwich Avenue, and Christopher. She's on her way to dinner with a painter I can't recall who offhand. They get together once a week. She says she enthusiastically likes my chapbooks I gave her. Says she's been revisiting them from time to time. She says this in front of Hannah so I don't have to. She once stayed in the apartment in Kinward Elmsley's townhouse just down the avenue from where we were currently standing. Moved in right after Louis Warsh moved out. I was reading about it in Piece of Cake just earlier that day, researching eviction protection. It's 5 a.m. in cold anger, so I know I have options. 5 stops to go. The next scene is in East New York. Monthly rents travel like a fuse burning on a pack of dynamite. King Koopa backpack transferring to A train. I hate all my good poems are on trains. I hate the subway as a desk. I've paid my dues, but on what bill? Punished William Pedlow likes my stuff, asked me to submit to the Burning Palace. Gen Z, also fans of my poetry. People have been liking my stuff at readings, though I have no confidence in anything I do, although secretly and personally I think it's mostly right and pretty unique and great. Bergen, Carroll, Smith and Ninth, no backup plan. Hannah's thinking of doing a fully funded MFA, which she thinks I'll be judgmental of, though I've been thinking about it as well. No one pays attention to you if you don't have an MFA. There's no future without one. Feels like a verified club, and you are not in it. Scented lotions. Addict behavior. Marijuana paranoia. I do have a lot of mouths. Scented lotions, books of matches, empty Ridgies or Ruffles. Kill your landlord. Light a match. Go shopping in Soho for candles and boots. Poets get famous at 60, like tossed salad, key of C. 24-hour notebook people. Chop talk soup. Wisconsin, land of 13,000 lakes, but they don't want you to know about it. I got sick in a hotel by the grassy knoll of the license plate. Can't read the signals. Have to call my mom tomorrow. Linen folded over onto itself into a box, 3 blocks from here. She's even more sensitive than I am. Shut down on Thursday. Barely get through. Don't do everything. Unsupported by height. Need a dose of Central Park. Leave well enough alone, waiting for Ultra Tracker to buzz. Janie, hang up the phone. Can just sit here and watch TV on the side of a building, face a raring to go. Schnipper's hooked it the fuck up. Create a retreat center where now you are warmer, and then you focus on that vision. Need more paper, which then you bring together. Still fullness, full stillness. Believe that you already have it. .820 Platoon. Chicago, Russia. First wedding sneer. Leo Sphinx. HUD curse. Star things. Far be it from me, hairpiece. He might act taking credit for nothing. The best thing he ever did, never heard of it, far as you know. Then I hired him, 1 year, 10 in the old bones. Maker's Mark, I'll set you up. Organic quality insurance. Do not paint when they hold a gun to your head. Bob Hope Christmas special, catch me at Dimes. This is my home. Weird sound gonna catch me on the air. Clean up that line. I've been to therapy's the new 6'4", Shad Row going on praycation. Have to answer Salazzo. Add to your good karma. Giving to beggars. Do everything last minute. Does it work in life? Crashing every few years. Pissing on the bridges. Boiling plastic tires. Jaws of life pry bars. Never been a harder time to pay for living. George Bellows polo horses, field and sky, doing the things we want to do, gilding the egg-timer, bounding a cigarette, pure funny, sitting around sweating, hot in a dirty undershirt, doing laundry in the bathtub. The corners of vowels embody the buildings, making prank calls, a brain system of replications, come crawling back on likes. Door creaks when you see Chevy Chase in California. Is it the Palisades? Could Havoc have answered the phone? Whose house is it? He has 3 daughters. Get off the phone. Fast receipt, due date delivery, sweet days of impact. He turned on his wife because of his deferred anger towards you. Chris Rock says nobody's listening to that shit. Paying last respects to keep this extremely confidential. They're making final preparations. Poison hemp, harmful product. Talk to my people at drop-off point. Curbside latex paint. Compact fluorescent bulbs, automotive benefits, syringes and lancets, Apple the security, flammable electronic solvent, residential waste will be accepted. Could have been interpreted as unloan. Falling down a flight of stairs. Who deserves it? French poor, keep away. Here's what happened according to me. Pitfall's insane. No one expects to be called. Wants his stick back. Took a left turn at the DA, had to hear the beginning, a middle, then an ending. Love vacation, the big payback, fading into the past, walking around with a tape recorder, babbling stories into the city. My legs are tired.
Luck is nothing more, nothing less, and slowly running out. But hope takes on.
Yeah.
Woo!
I meant to tell you now, I remember my last time. It was 2000 and something or other. I had just had a raging panic attack on the Eiffel Tower, as you do. And upon waking from my Xanax coma, they took me for pizza in Montparnasse, then to a place called Le Bowling. It hit like backward jazz, like tin foil. everything spinning round anti-clockwise until the 6th or 7th drink kicked in and I woke up swimming in a fountain. The point is, I was happy then. It came in waves and it still does now. I was happy tonight, you should know. In those moments, lost in your gaze, the viscous color of your voice, that familiar Parisian sound of the collision of maple and resin, or maybe it was just literally being in someone else's shoes, but I was actually happy.
Description chants. Is this where the bully is challenged? Penny's heads up. I'm from the Daily News, Herald Tribune, the Times. There's always one you like more. To talk back and then be a stutterer. Don't give away your disguise. Ventriloquists on the radio. Lives in the same sphere. Smoke shop 7th Avenue in the 30s. Would you like me to put your dentist into a higher tax bracket? In her BF's arms by the shelves at the reading, triple whammy night. This guy sounds like me, she sounds like me, after the discs. I rig the cameraman. Talk about it on the air. Overdue for a video diary. I set the shot up from the wrong angle. The hat looked great, flopping around on the floor, speaking in tongues, hanging out with people from work. I used a ladder in this room before, plugged into an isotope socket, on set of Nervous Breakdown Limelight. Court proceedings are in the offing. Looks like got my haircut at the hospital. You started it with Larry King. The kids were sick, let's not fight about that. Earned gaze, those were the best odds. An all-important genre, oversaturated slope. The decades change and so do our attitudes. No place I'd rather be. Too real moment. Knew they'd bring no people. A good movie makes you feel something. I didn't think you'd call. Let's clear the air. Let's clear the air. No idea how apostrophes work. Need a day off or two to decompress. Maintaining balance over the crowd. I recognize her with my glasses off. It's easier to be alone. We were shooting in Astoria, really going through it. Middle finger bruised, wrist burn. Used the wrong song, which tilted whole year. Avoiding friends of the past. Some other woman taking care of him. Dracula's 3 wives. Schnippers is the best hangover food, but I stopped drinking before I puked on stage. They sounded like total shit. My oldest friends in the business. When we were young, what was worth revisiting? World News Report. Fox always does that. $2.75 each way, Metropolitan Transit Authority. $40 finder's fee. Goes back to me. Take cover. Bruised knees, apology message. Poison the well, walls closing in. The undifferentiated fullness of the moment. Out of everything arrives a fullness. Stunned by mosquitoes, not aware of the peripheral wealth. You are this consciousness. It was pretty important chode move. Got taken over completely, impresent. Conditioned by the past at the moment of thought. Normal anomaly in this world. One obsessive thought has all the answers. They tell me I'm a piano player. Tomorrow's my mom's birthday. Oh God, I have to call her. Back in the country. My days were numbered before they began. Oh, that's right, I was going to write to this footage. Visualize the objective. It's too late now. Anxiety rising. I'll never be able to afford to live where I love, and no one will know about it. Have a hot party at the hotel down the street. Curating the moon. I want a little kitty. No one loves this place as good as me. Crossing the Ed Koch Bridge on foot. This applies to other subjects as well. The only pictures I'm not in. Must have some access to teachers. I'm a splinter in this city. 'Cause somebody has to be. Everything should be a fountain for that. Fake money. Have to see it in person. Open fields of desert. Can't get out of your backyard. We can always take the money. Creations of noise. Nighttime anywhere you are. Sedatives looking outside. A thundercloud in the book garage. Ultimately, there's trees perhaps. Reading the same rings from 2017. I love the weather. Sometimes it doesn't change for several days. Every eye is a new painting. Made by natural things. most of them seen by the city golf clap.
Era lo que yo no quería. Yo no quería regresar porque la otra opción que me dan es como no regresas como associate y te promovemos rápido, pero eso te...
Wow, so these are, this is funny money.
Can you get a close-up so you can actually see that the serial numbers are identical?
Yes, all the serial numbers are the same here. 284B. It looks like it was printed on a fucking inkjet printer.
So the other thing that I learned is, you see these X's in the corner?
Yeah.
This is what I made with,
Right, that's
with the money
pen.
twister pen.
Right.
So on a real bill...
Yeah, it's clear.
No, it's not clear. It's yellow.
Okay,
it's like
right,
translucent,
right. Yeah,
but
right.
it disappears.
Right,
It fades away.
right.
On fake money, this shit's permanent.
Right.
So I can't even pass these shits
Right.
off to anybody now because I just permanently marked the fucking fake money. Not that I would do some
Right.
stuff.
Yeah,
shit
exactly.
Like that. I was talking to my boy about this, and he was like, "Yo, how did you make it home with these? You didn't spend these on pizza or some shit yet?" And I was like,
Right,
Who
exactly.
Does that, you
Where
low
can-
life? The fuck is wrong with you? He's like, "What are you gonna do with them? Keep
Where
them as a
can-
souvenir?"
where can you
Actually,
unload
I think
these
I am gonna
things?
Keep them as a souvenir.
Yeah, exactly.
But after I got on the phone and they're like, "Yo, my bad. You know, that's unacceptable. We didn't know they were there." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." They were like, "Yo, don't worry. We're gonna make it right. We're gonna make it. Hey, just give me. You owe me $70 on the next one." You know what I'm saying? Before we do anything, you owe me $70.
Yeah, exactly. Whoops. Did they know that it was?
They said they didn't know, but I don't believe them.
Yeah.
But doesn't matter because they did the right shit. As soon as I notified them about it, they responded with the right attitude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
Now,
you're
hopefully
right.
you follow through and do the right thing
Right.
when you want more. But
Right. Yeah.
all right, well, I pulled all this shit
This
out
is the
for a
money
reason.
pen.
I'll put on music and then you get into it. No, I have
This
my
is
own
fake
piece.
money. This is not real money.
That's a new fucking crack addict.
Yeah, I haven't.
Way too cute to be out here. What is happening right now? What the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah.
Trying to rich old dude, what are you doing right now?
Yeah, I know.
What time is it, Brandon?
It's like 8:30, I think. Around 8:30.
Text me the name of the band, or if you guys have a YouTube page, text me the link.
Okay, yeah. All right, sick. Yeah, I'll send you my YouTube link.
We're making random videos from memories.
Well, okay.
I did cocaine yesterday, and that shit, like it's I mean,
yeah.
Thank you. And it was oh, you were there. You were fucking Dude, tell me if this is true. Like I was sober. I pulled out like a bag from like a week before, and I pulled out a bag and I was sober. I was, does anybody want to do this? And Luke was like, yeah, I'll do some if you do some. And I was like, all right. And I got out a key and I did, and I was like, here, and I gave it to Luke, and he was like, oh no, I didn't mean right now.
I raised a hand for the crowd because you just finger blasted us with no consent. And it was child molestation. And oh my goodness, you fucking people, you just make it so easy for me. I was walking to work. I work brunch today, which is why I'm so fucking keyed up. So
First prey, it camouflages and it hides on the ocean floor, and it waits for a fish to pass by and then strikes. Then it goes right back down to camouflage. Doesn't waste any energy. I think that's pretty cool. You might say, oh, that's just nature. That's what they do. That's just a fish in sea. Well,
I wanna lay down and crawl into some hole. holding tight, give up the fight. Some stop it, must be silver lining. Must be silver lining.
Asked, 5 words sweet as raspberry jam on my tongue. Nerves dark chocolate bitter. You said yes so many times the word lost its meaning. Said yes, yes, yes so many times the word floated up to your ceiling in a heart-shaped balloon. Remember when we became girlfriend and girlfriend?
You? They're lined with copper rings of decay, and their opalescence that I knew went no longer blue, nor gray, nor green, but dull decay. I raised my brow when you raised your hands, the only movement left in you. How now your knees are wider than your thighs bands, and clenched your eyelids up, naked and hurt, but no voice came. Let the water briefly shocks. Dive under the waves so they don't carry you. I bob under one, then another. Hair drenches. Never put your back to the ocean. I swim out until I no longer feel the ground.
Too feeble to cradle my heart. I have a secret love who comes up from behind. He hands me the phone. Call room service, please. We need to begin again.
Sitting in a pond, taking up space. This one's called The Purchasing of No More Smoking Signs. My body is not a temple, it's a house composed of small rooms with tiny fires burning everywhere. The first items to ignite were the crystals.
Legal trouble. Your mind is somewhere else. You're walking on. You're not really there. This doesn't help you much. Achieve specific bird watching. There's a place for doing elements. That's my bathtub and coffee table, evened out with detour. Quiet perception of nature. An alertness arises. Whatever it is that surrounds you is there. Connecting with nature at a deeper level. They're clawed with beauty. Take in the totality in a visual scene. 3 plump, juicy tenders, a series of climaxes. Taking water, for example. Endless traits grow under the oak trees.
It's against the rules and very dangerous to ride or walk between train cars unless it's an emergency or if you're directed to by a police officer or MTA crew member. Have a safe day and thank you for riding with us.
my coffee table right there. That's my coffee table. I'm gonna get some lights up. 8/21 SummerSlam. Throat trees. Abortion is for lovers. Ray Liotta's face and eyes. You were on the phone the whole time. Saw her going by Planet Taco through the window. The little Ivies add whatever you want to the cup. You can just cheat it. Don't text anybody back. You can hold the fox once you get another. Band practice. Mistransit happens. Throwing time away with both hands on the golden clock. Kirschbaum says I'm too smart to be famous, and she knows more famous people than anyone I've ever met. Christodora been going to Otto's Shrunken Head constantly. Studio relations sitting in my storage place. Gotta start drinking right now. I tried selling it. It's like a black oyster belt, super invented rice. Animals are not made of stone except in my backyard. You're failing your assigned task. Feel like I'm a C student at life. Hannah says I remind her of Catcher in the Rye. She wakes up early for her plane and asks to borrow Seymour an introduction and raise high the roof beam carpenters. But I, not being in a good mood, say no.
Yeah, do it.
Telling the truth can be a bad idea. Telling the truth can be a difficult problem. Telling the truth.
Your mind, oh, wrapping
Adult acne. I know things are bad right now, and I'm here to make them even worse for you by absolutely fucking your shit up. Listen, you can't be happy to see me. This last few months have been filled with unprecedented stressful events. Wine or liquor store. So we NYC residents, because who cares about the rest of the state really, are truly losing a unique fixture in our culture. Located between NYU's athletic facility and an actual Trader Joe's, this emporium of under $8 bottles of wine was a revered establishment by many. Where else in NYC could you win over a date with a bouquet of flowers, some dark chocolate peanut butter cups, and a bottle of rosé for under $20? Many other places, but not as conveniently located as the wine store once was. For those other two items, you technically had to go next door to the actual.
Guys got Garfield soap. That is Garfield soap right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Started seeing a new therapist. She told me I need to cut certain people out of my life, be more picky with who I interact with socially. So I decided it'd probably be best to broad strokes, make some general rules, pull out everybody that doesn't fit in. So the first things that I thought would be like,
can you be a reference? And I was like, are you gonna be a yoga teacher? Like what? Yeah, so that.
Live on tape from Hollywood.
Enjoying staring at your thumb, pressing down the page flat for the photo. A thumb which I know very well and haven't seen in a while. I can see you're still biting your nails, and you're wearing a green glitter nail polish.
It's like a choose your own adventure sort of. I kind of don't have like a set structure. I'm going to be picking lines like as I go. So it's called One Stutter Step. One stutter step towards potential oblivion. Forgive my Joe Biden stutter. If I don't read this perfectly, it's because of my Joe Biden stutter.
Okay. Hello. Okay. The first poem is called Welcome to My Dating Profile, Please Come Inside. In this photo of me air kissing a mural, you will find the living room. Look at those curves and high ceilings. I do not have a lifelong disease. In this photo of me practicing yoga, you will find the bedroom. So many outlets. Look how flexible I am. Imagine us trying positions together. I am not in chronic pain. In this photo of me pushing off a wall, you will discover that when I laugh, it ricochets from my gut to your gut, a trick of light. We have reached the balcony. I do not have brain fog. I am not on antidepressants. I am not here just an experiment for you, an example of wanting. I am not tears. I am a myth, like love or astrology or hell. I am a room of stasis without real plants. I am waiting to be cut short from growing, from breathing, from going off and on, the house, the pills, your body. Come play with me. My heart is a stuck sled in the middle of a sand mountain. I am whatever pill I try asks me to be. Whatever spot you find is yours. There is no parking.
Yeah.
Flex only to protect at sleep by the silver reservoir. Is it bad any point light? This fence and silver car must also notice me. Abrupt click cuts our conversation short everywhere. My broken divorce. 35 and not very good looking. I'm just an old cosmic so-and-so. This means exactly sad. No one is doing me any favors. I went to sleep last night and you were my friend. I woke up this morning and you are a snake. Driving a D train on stage, dance at 4 if there by myself, fire burning in a sword, the future of my standard.
More I was not in love. More I didn't want to do this anymore. You proposed to pay me to have adult with me. I think I accepted 2 times, maybe more. They were the last time we did it together. I was a sport love, it was my first love.
My tea to help wash out the taste of lunar longing. Lunacy for La Luna. Preach unto the lunatic.
And placed in his heart was pride, his planet, his creation, all for a moment of silence. Like all God's children, he rests under the bosom of the moon. He regrettably wakes up. Not all of his children wake up. On our highest days, we want to comb the atmosphere for its face, just to feel alive again. It's worth it.
8, you, sweet, dear, asters. And in the notes I said, what are the tastes associated?
I am made out of aluminum alloy and tarps and thousands of little plastic balls filled with air. I exist for the children of the crawl tubes and slides who have just eaten. Sometimes I feel like I am an ocean, but I am still these plastic balls. In summer, I polka dot the air, levitating into the oceanscape's middle distance, a dark cloud composed of the individual colors until I precipitate over the earth and reassemble along the roadside in little ruts. People pick me up to just throw me off bridges at cars.
Their yard, looking at it. Yeah, probably have people all day fucking trying to break in.
Born in Reading, Pennsylvania, Walt Stevens attended Harvard University and graduated from New York Law School. He lived here with his wife, Elsie, between 1909 and 1916. During those years, he wrote Sunday Morning and Peter Quince at the Clavier, both published in Harmonium 1923. While pursuing poetry, Stevens began his career as an insurance lawyer. By 1914, he was vice president of Equitable Surety Company's New York office, and in 1916 left New York to live in Hartford, Connecticut, where he would become vice president of the Hartford Accident and Indemnity Company in 1934. Stevens was an extremely inventive writer who can be gaudy or elegant, humorous or meditative, ironic or philosophical by turns. He is now acknowledged as one of the great American modernist poets of the 20th century. His collected poems, 1954, won both the National Book Award and the Pulitzer Prize for Poetry. Historic Landmarks Preservation Center.
Nice.
Interesting. Medallion program. Barbara Lee Diamond.
Yeah. Sunday morning, that's one of the best. Complacency of the peignoir, whatever.
Cool.
Yeah. Wallace Stevens.
She who is not a seraph does not tweet, does not have a best friend. Holy, 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 ha ha ha, Prada. Meanwhile, floods, terrorism, and starvation call for answers beneath the filmy goo of air. At the bottom of the sky lie the archangels who didn't get picked for sororities. They trip on their wings before praying for forgiveness for having premarital sex. She who only has 2 wings and no check mark does not. Your father cheated on your mom when you were young. I also write poems. The wind started to intrigue and I cocooned your body. The ceiling of the tent caved in with each whistle of air. Our faces barely pressed with fabric. We squeezed out of the dark into the crepuscular light and tucked ourselves into the shadow of a rock. In your eyes, I could see the future. All the boggle we would play, the made-up language, the trip to the beach in our pajamas. The next morning, it came to me like all the music in the world, asking to be replayed, walking slowly. I love you.
Home to Frank's thinks I'm handling it well considering. Is that maturity or just that I don't fucking care? Suggests handgun ray, muscle memory will get you through. A cry for help. We're resonating like kids. I pay $700 a month not to have a TV. Yeah, this situation's not working for me. Little dabble do you. Skimming the skedaddling, bent minor figures, putting out sunbus to hold them, which I am more or less. Dark cricket, exploding jukebox, 2-lane highway. Loving yourself in the blink of an eye. Delivering phone books to a new town. Sizzling in all directions by these hates. Kick me while I'm down. First day in the empire of drag. Saturn is dad, expressed in the media. Spicer's micro penis. Then I just remembered, I need to finish this ukulele easel suitcase LP. Pocket sticker wallet auto, photo mail it to them, sewing up your family tabletop entropy. Keep it attainable for art or trade. The lemonade seeps over 4x6 grayscale soap spiral opera, for whom it may concern. A day in the life of an aqueduct of freedom and experience, a countervailing archive in an emergency, nudists at the river.
And, I mean, like, journalism.
Right.
Like, I want to write poetry, I want a dog.
Right. right.
I want to sing, I want to listen to music.
Right.
Yeah, so I want, anyways, if you make a list of 25, things like that.
Right.
In order of preference, then look at the top 5.
Right.
And only do that, like commit hardcore, just to
Oh,
poetry,
I
just to yoga,
see.
just to walking, just to dogs, just to love.
Right.
and then everything else, turn away as soon as you see it. Like if you're like
Turn away.
like modeling's on the list. You see people taking pictures,
Yeah.
and posing, like.
It's not in my top 5.
Run, yeah.
No way.
Run away.
Run.
Yeah.
Right. Get as far away as fast as you can. Go in the opposite direction. Oh yeah, good idea.
Okay. And then, what's it called?
never has cherries. Dispersing from the bus stop, sitting in the window at the gourmet garage, depot lunch counter. I love you, precious God. I love you, precious God. I may vomit tears because we can fly. Help the terrorist standing there throwing Gran Turismo Lower East Side. You want to eat in the window, Coach De Palma appetizer sushi. Salmon and avocado roll. Salmon and avocado roll. Happily ever after. Let your hair fall up or down. A bus and 4 stations. Elected Novocaine. Elective surgery. Finding a place to die. Tall grass waves in your past. Let your hair spin all around me. House guitar. More vocal in the monitor. More vocal in the monitor. More vocal in the monitor. Spray tan hose down. Cameo sitting in Bleecker Park with Hannah. Lord put rats in the walls to get us out. It was irrelevant. You cannot get rid of us. Dee Dee Champagne says Gigi Allen was a sweet guy. His gigs at Beowulf on 2nd Avenue were violent. She hid under the pool table as he threw his shit around the room. Trying to witness everything. Fire and ice. We can lie there drinking at work, dying in obscurity, a stall. Let me in the door. Then opened it and opened it and opened it in my face.
Still feel the wanting when I have nothing on. I still want to know the mystery of moaning. 3. What if we kissed and my eyes leave my skin? What if we fuck enough for me to forget that being a woman is more than wanting you to see me as one? An orgasm is harder to track when you have trouble breathing. Instructions to Eve on how to use Tinder. Dear Eve, be humble, listen to the serpent. You want to be bullied and mocked. Hear the dust of phone numbers pile up. Check for notifications every 5 seconds. Your inexperience with Adam in the garden should not keep you from trying. Notify a man that your jumble of clowns that look like question marks are in there for him, gods to poke holes in. Don't worry about making money. He is your job now. Send him nudes. Give him space. Send them again. Be brave. Tolerate a drug addict. Eat the forbidden fruit. Are you trying to sleep when you could be thinking about him? You are the reason you're expelled from the Garden of Eden. You owe him. He owns you. Remember, you both are merely figments of the eye's imagination, so you are not to be seen as confident. Stand there at the edge of the window, avoiding the temptation to wear clothes with palms together upright, begging for forgiveness for touching his waking moans. Become obsessed with the tree of good and evil and hurry up. Again and again, up and down, darkening the flame of you like a speck of ash, longing to love the goodbyes. Fucking is for the flies.
All in this together. Fear of missing in-group, out-group, sitting at the feet of the masters. We know as much as they do. Cascade seeds dwell flares of rheumatoid blush die on the cheeks of the sky. The river has a fever, prolonged aimless ingestion, waiting for the sun to drop out of sight. Cold in July, Eid Mubarak, business tardes Esme. I am ready to receive and have stepped into being 8 years ago with my long-term plans, which were plateaus, 4.5 joints in. Human attachment person, cortisol rip that red showed up in the water. Looks nice. Let's focus on the summer, out here for hours, jailed, paranoid for this shit. When the sun goes down, on my side of town. Grove of trees, Hudson and West 11th Street. Pleasant listening to 2 blonde Swedish women talking.
Animal Encores, past bedtime, Bank in Waverly, free pizza on the dance floor, buffalo mozzarella, rest in peace, Paulie Gulliachi. We are monkeys throwing shit, soft hands outside the belly. I don't know what my fucking problem is. Can't get arrested in loving it.
Music. What are you waiting for? Join Premium today.
¿Se acuerdan de mí? Yo soy un muchacho que cruzando la frontera me encontré con aquel payaso en la carretera. Pues déjenme decirles que no les he platicado la historia completa. Aquella tarde me fui a buscar.
I live on tree-lined streets, minutes away from 4 good grocery stores. While Breonna Taylor's murder made me realize that safety is only an illusion that does not care what neighborhood I live in, I considered going home. But what home do I have to go back to when Nigeria is burning herself to the ground, mapping out targets on
COVID a couple of years ago, and I was in Marfa, Texas, where I also have a home. And so I did the thing of watching the TV show True Blood, which I never watched, you know, and I was like, oh, I get it now. It became completely about vampires. Politicians are like actors, and real estate investment groups are like vampires. Politicians think they have to fight them or they won't get any work. The rest of us are humans living around the show. Squirrels are squirrels, birds are birds. Our park is a giant stage we thought was real because we walk there every day. It is a set that Robert Moses built so that he could run his highway alongside it. My dog knows the story, you know the story, everyone knows the story. The vampires are building a giant boat on top of our park in order to save it. It will take them about 10 years. The waters will rise, the children will be old, I will be dead, the vampires will be rich. The politicians will have all these tiny vials of blood all lined up on their shelves from those years they were in that play. A man who brought those candles to her bed, and filmed without consciousness. And there was still that tear, the cold that is making them cry all the time. All his films were strung together tonight for 3 hours, completely in film, his film. The corpse of the man, Anne saw his body, very beautiful. She said that the dead looked young and rested. I walked up and introduced myself, a little proud white nobody. I think a person becomes more general, a man proud to be any man in order to be feminist and not hating her death till the end. And I have more places to put things. Now she's probably meant in the state of no relationship, though I saw her dash. I thought you were legit, he said, and he meant class. And she said it was cute. Joan would have liked that women were the people I most likely corrected about pronouns was something you wouldn't catch men. Each floor was like a funeral home, rolling the cadavers out daily of the rich, and they had to take the freight elevator of all the affront. Of course he lived here. I become better, worse, he said, to be more...
Wrapped up in the golden light of my bedroom, you take one look at me, then I swoon, I'm here with you. It hasn't been so easy being lonely.
What's up? How you doing? I'm Matt. I think we met maybe a little bit last time. How you doing, man? Do you need help with this or? Okay. I gotta run in real fast and just kind of touch base. I'll try to come back out. All right. Glad I got that on tape.
I'll make the same mistake. All I wanted was to stay away, but when was it too late? Now I'm holding on to something for innocence. All this talking, you get farther away. Where are you? All this talking, you get farther away.
down on Main Street.